The 8 survival crops you must plant before the food system breaks. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. When supply chains falter and grocery stores turn either empty or unaffordable, the only households eating well will be those who sowed the right crops 6 months earlier. Not the fanciest plants, not the rarest varieties. The 8 crops that sprout quickly, store for months, deliver heavy calories, and, most importantly, give you seeds you can replant year after year without ever needing to buy again. If you're watching this, you already sense something is coming. So here's the deal. Subscribe now, because by the time the rest of the population figures it out, seed companies will be sold out, and you'll be starting from scratch while your neighbors are harvesting their 3rd generation of crops from seeds they saved last season. These 8 crops thrive in growing zones 4 and 5, covering most of North America. They were chosen because they check every survival box: simple to cultivate, calorie-dense, preservable without electricity, and self-regenerating. Number 8. Zucchini, the crop that never quits. Zucchini is survival food disguised as a garden vegetable. A single plant yields 30 to 50 pounds of produce in one season. It grows so aggressively that your challenge won't be producing enough. It'll be figuring out what to do with the surplus. And that's exactly what you want when scarcity strikes. Here's the growing trick few beginners know. Build a small mound of soil about 12 inches high and 3 feet wide. Plant your zucchini seeds at the top. Why? Drainage. Zucchini despises soggy roots, and the mound channels water away from the stem, preventing rot and disease. This one adjustment doubles your success rate. Most people harvest too early. Those tiny zucchinis in the supermarket, those medium-sized ones in gardens, they're babies. If you want seeds and long-term storage, you need to let them grow massive, the size of a man's arm or larger. At full maturity, the flesh stays tender and flavorful, and the seeds inside fully develop, making them easy to collect. It's also the only way to store zucchinis for 5-6 months without refrigeration. Keep them whole in a cool, dry place. When ready, cut one open, scoop out the seeds, rinse off the pulp, and dry them on paper for about a week. Once dry, store them in envelopes or jars. Those seeds remain viable for up to 6 years. Bonus: roast the seeds with a little oil and salt, and you've got a nutrient-dense snack packed with magnesium, zinc, iron, and healthy fats. Essentially free protein and minerals from a crop you're already growing. Number 7. Spaghetti squash, the winter bunker food. While zucchini feeds you in summer and stores into spring, spaghetti squash is engineered for winter survival. One plant produces 5 to 8 squash, each weighing 3 to 5 pounds. Stored properly, cool, dry, dark, spaghetti squash lasts 6 to 8 months without refrigeration, canning, or any preservation method. Harvest in September, eat fresh in March. Growing it is nearly identical to zucchini. Use the mound method for drainage. Many assume spaghetti squash needs sprawling ground space because it vines. But here's the secret. Spaghetti squash are excellent climbers. They'll scale trellises, fences, or simple A-frames, and they can support their own weight as they mature. Train them vertically, and suddenly you're growing 8 squash in 2 square feet instead of a 6-foot sprawl. Cooking is practical. Cut in half, roast, scrape out the flesh with a fork, and you've got pasta-like strands that absorb flavor. It's a base food. Mix with beans, meat sauce, or oil. Bland on purpose, which makes it versatile. Seed saving is easy. One squash produces so many seeds you're set for next season. Scoop them out, rinse, dry for a week, and store. Seeds last 5 years. Roast the extras for a nutrient powerhouse high in omega-3s, magnesium, zinc, and iron. Number 6. Potatoes, the calorie king. Potatoes are the reason society survived winters. 1 pound provides 350 calories, and enough carbohydrates to fuel a full day of labor. They grow in almost any soil, tolerate cold, and store for months in a cool basement. The drawback: space. A traditional potato bed of 4 by 8 feet yields maybe 40 pounds. Fine if you have acreage. If you're working with a small backyard or urban lot, you need potato towers. Here's how. Take a 4-foot section of chicken wire, form a cylinder about 3 feet wide, stake it so it doesn't collapse. Fill the bottom 6 inches with soil mixed with straw or compost. Plant 4-6 seed potatoes. As plants grow to 8 inches tall, add another 6 inches of soil straw mix, burying lower leaves but leaving top growth exposed. Repeat until your tower is 3-4 feet high. Result: depending on tower height and variety, you can harvest 80-150 potatoes from a single tower. Chicken wire is reusable year after year. Seed saving is effortless. Save a few small potatoes, store them cool and dark. In spring, plant them. Each potato eye becomes a new plant. Potatoes are survival math. Calories per square foot. Potatoes win. Number 5. Beans, the protein you can't live without. You can survive on potatoes and squash for a while, but eventually your body breaks down without protein. Beans solve that. Dry beans are 15-20% protein by weight. They store for years and grow vertically, meaning you can produce massive amounts in minimal space. Key: plant climbing varieties, not bush beans. Bush beans are fine for fresh eating, but climbing beans like pole beans or runner beans grow up trellises, fences, or teepee structures. One 6-foot trellis can produce 20 pounds of dry beans in a season, taking only 2 square feet of ground. Growing is simple. Plant seeds along the base of your trellis after the last frost. They climb on their own. Water moderately. Harvest when pods are dry and brittle. That's when beans inside are fully mature. Shell them, store in sealed containers, and you've got protein for years. Seed saving? You're already doing it. The beans you eat are the seeds you plant. Keep a couple handfuls from your harvest for next season. Beans stay viable for 3 years if stored cool and dry. Number 4. Winter squash, the nutritional powerhouse. Butternut or acorn squash are calorie-dense, vitamin-rich, especially vitamin A. They store 4 or 6 months without processing. Each plant produces 4 or 6 squash weighing 2-4 pounds. Cultivation is similar to spaghetti squash. Mound planting for drainage, full sun, vertical growth. They're natural climbers, holding their own weight as they mature. Nutritionally, they fill gaps. When you're eating mostly potatoes and beans, you need micronutrients to avoid deficiency diseases. Winter squash provides fiber, potassium, and immune-supporting vitamins. Versatile. Roast, mash, soup, bake into bread. Sweet enough to satisfy cravings without sugar. Seed saving. Let one mature fully. Scoop seeds. Dry. Store. Roast seeds for snacks loaded with magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats. One squash gives you months of food, next year's seeds, and a protein-rich snack. Number 3. Tomatoes, the garden staple reimagined. Most grow tomatoes for fresh eating or canning, but tomatoes are a calorie source, a vitamin powerhouse, and one of the easiest crops to save seeds from. For survival, grow paste or Roma varieties, not slicers. Paste tomatoes like San Marzano or Amish paste are meatier, less watery, better for preservation. One plant produces 20-40 pounds. Eat fresh, dry them, make sauce, or ferment for storage. They need support, cages or stakes, and consistent watering to prevent blossom end rot and cracking, but they're forgiving. Seed saving is absurdly simple. Pick a ripe tomato, squeeze seeds and gel into a jar with water, let ferment 2-3 days until mold forms, rinse, dry, store. Seeds last 4-6 years. Tomatoes provide vitamin C, lycopene, and acidity, critical when your diet is heavy on grains and starch. They can be preserved multiple ways. dried, sauced, canned, frozen. Number 2. Sunflowers, concentrated energy. Not decorative ones, but oil-seed sunflowers bred for food. They produce massive seed heads packed with calories, protein, and fat, 3 essentials when food systems fail. 1 seed head can yield a pound of seeds. A pound delivers 2,600 calories and 40 grams of protein, nearly a full day's nutrition from 1 plant. Growing is simple. Full sun, decent soil, 12 inches apart. They grow 6-8 feet tall in 90 days. Harvest when the back of the flower head turns brown and seeds are